I just want to share with you a little quick video, Alistair. We can just see just some little quick step-by-step things that we did. So all he saw was books. That's all he had as references, just books of these beautiful dolls that I'm obsessed with. And we told him how big we'd want it, sort of roughly how big. So he had to make the molds. He had to make the mold to make the mold, if that makes sense. Then he made the fiberglass, poured the fiberglass into them, and then that's how they were. Now, they were both gorgeous, both Alistair and Govinda. I insisted on being a part of every step because I wanted to make these babies, as we called them, our poppets. So I wanted to be involved in everything that the dancers were prepared to do. So they're wearing motocross braces to hold the weight of the head. So I wanted to put it on and wear it and see how it felt and feel the weight. This was a prototype doll that he gave me after he made the mould, so we could then make the wig. So we had to make the scalps. Now, Bryn, you've got a little thing there, haven't you, darling? The scalps were the tapestry. This was the eyes being made. Each poppet I was really insistent that they had individual personalities. So they've all got, I'll go all through with them one by one in a sec, but they've all got individual personalities. So their eye colour, their skin colour, and of course the hair, all had to be individual. That's why we placed their eyes different, bit of attitude with some of them, you know, it was real good fun. We had fun anyway. So this is how we made, this is the tapestry mesh. So that was moulded onto the prototype, just with steaming it on. Then Ali's mum, Ali that you saw in the directive before, it was a family affair. Her mum was on the sewing machine and she was sewing them all together, and on some of the haircut wigs she actually sewed the hair on in circles so that it could swing nicely and sit nicely. We did glue some of it as well, but it was all mainly sewn. As I said, I wanted to play with it and try it on. I didn't want to ask the girls to do something that, you know, I wouldn't have done myself, sort of thing. And that's why we got dancers, because we thought they know how to hold and they would carry the strength and everything. So this was me trying to be tall and be a little poppet without thing. And then I saw Ali put it on, and that was the first time I felt they were born, because it came to life when she was walking around with it, and I got a little bit excited there. And so this is how he came. He brought them bald, as you saw, and then we put the wigs on and we fastened them in and then cut and styled them. So with these ones, so with Westwood and with Geisha on the top, this is how these ones were made. So they were slightly longer because we had to elongate down the back. Then with the little haircuts and with Emo, the long one, thanks darling, it was a shorter one. So this is where they were laughing at me, because everything I used was huge. I used material scissors and big combs, and they were going, why? Why don't you just use normal? And I said, because it's a big surface. It's got to be big. So hence that. And she was a client. She had a gown on, and it was in the salon, and I was talking to her in the mirror and everything. I tell you, I lost it for 3 months. 3 months it took us to make these. We were lucky enough, because we got the prototype, to start on the hair before we got the dolly heads, because we only got the dolly heads a couple of weeks before Expo, so we had a deadline.